und Nebel niemand gleich.
What's going on, guys? This is Mike here, and I have to pose the question to you today. What is the manliest thing you have ever done in your life? I'm asking because I read a news story this morning about something that happened yesterday, and it sparked this whole debate in my head. And if you guys haven't heard the story, I'll link to an article in the description so you can check out all the facts on it yourself. You can read all about it. Now, I used to be a huge professional wrestling fan and was way into this whole thing so I frequented a forum based around wrestling, and that's where I first heard this story. But basically what happened was former WWE wrestler Chris Masters was called by his uncle and told his mum was being held in a hostage situation. Apparently her neighbour had gone crazy and barricaded himself inside her apartment with her and threatened to set the place on fire if the police came closer. Chris Masters, he arrives on the scene and the house is on fire, it's burning, and he rips down a tree. That's right, he ripped down a tree and threw it through his mother's windows before going in to rescue her from the fire and giving the crazy neighbour a beating on the way out. If you think that's slightly unbelievable, you've clearly never seen Chris Masters flexing. Wow. But guys, my first response to this whole thing was that Chris Masters is a total badass and is probably the last person I want to be standing in line at a bank if I was planning to rob that bank, because he'd probably rip the teller down and throw it at me or something like that. This dude basically did the most insanely manly thing I've ever heard of, and it got me thinking, what's the most manly thing I've ever done in my life? Because no matter what it is, it will not compare to Chris Masters ripping down a mother-trucking tree and throwing it into a burning house to save his mother from an insane neighbour. No matter who is on your list of manliest men, they all have to stop and admit that this hairless, oiled-up, muscle-bound gym junkie is a legitimate badass. So here's what this has all been leading to, guys. My most manly moment. Now remember, I'm only 20 years old. I haven't even lived a quarter of my life yet, so my most manly thing may not be on par with ripping a goddamn tree down and throwing it through a window to save my mother from a burning house. But the most quintessentially manly thing that I've done, and I think we need a drum roll for this, is opening a jar that a woman has failed to open. Think about it, that's like the manliest thing of all time, when a girl's struggling with a jar and she can't open the pickles and she hands it to you and she's like, please open the pickles, I can't do it. And you pop it off and you instantly gotta flex because you feel manly and tough. Even nothing happens when you're flexing, but still, you gotta do it. And she's probably just wanting the pickles so that she doesn't have to kiss you, but still, it's also so cliche that it has to be done by at least everyone at least once. I mean, every guy in the world has had that feeling. So guys, this is my fail of a manly moment compared to ripping down a damned tree. Seriously, a tree! Let's see Chris Masters again. If only I could be that manly. Anyway guys, this has been oMagicMikey. Be sure to like and comment the video with what your most manly moment was, and please have a nice day!
Mama was queen of the mambo, Papa was king of the Congo. Deep down in the jungle, I start banging my first bongo. Every monkey like to be in my place instead of me, 'cause I'm the king of bongo, baby, I'm the king of bongo.